My goodness. I look like a crazy woman. I've been caught in the wind. I look windswept and interesting. So I thought I'd have a little chat about another question that's been asked quite a bit recently about the idea of spirituality and tarot. Is tarot spiritual? And what I could say about that relationship. Yes, I mean, tarot is spiritual, of course. We're talking to the energetic world. And, we are reading, and the information, as far as I know, is filtered through a spiritual perspective. And of course, when people come and consult for a tarot reading, they're not necessarily seeking a spiritual perspective, because what they want is they just want some help. and they want some help that has no personal agenda attached to it. So the intention is not necessarily to be spiritual. The intention is just to try and get a clear perspective on what's going to be the best way forward. And I think that's perfectly good and valid. But I think if we want to go a little bit deeper into tarot from a spiritual perspective, we can see when we look at the Fool's Journey, this is the part of tarot that most people term the spiritual part. And it is normally perceived wisdom that the minor arcana is in fact the sort of everyday part of things, and that's not particularly spiritual at all. Well, something interesting occurred to me when I was creating the Life Code deck. My goodness, look at those storm clouds. Wow. Quite dramatic, aren't they? Something quite interesting occurred to me when I was getting involved in creating the Life Code deck. I was looking at the Fool's Journey and it never sat right with me. The whole, this is a spiritual journey and this described a spiritual journey, this never really felt like something that rang true. And in the same way that I always say to people, take notice if something doesn't feel right to you. That never felt right to me. And so as I was looking at it with these new images, what became really clear was that it isn't really describing a spiritual journey at all. It's actually describing a journey through life, human life, here as we're doing it, boots on the ground every day. So yes, I suppose we could argue that it's saying, well, there is a spiritual lesson in all of that, but that's not really what I believe it's trying to say. The instruction manual that I saw was an instruction manual as to how to create a better world for yourself, both personally and perhaps even globally by default. It is giving us an instruction on how to have a happier, more abundant life. What happens around that is that by default, when we get that right, our vibration rises. Therefore, we operate on a higher spiritual level. Again, whether we know we are doing or not. So it just sort of happens as part of the process. As we become happier, as we become more confident, as we become more empowered, we change things. And I think that's what tarot, or the energy that works through tarot, that's what it wants. Well, certainly the energy that I connect with through tarot, that's what it wants. The idea is not that we become super spiritual. The idea is that we become better humans. And by default, therefore, more evolved spiritually. Because it's all one and the same. There's this wonderful little paragraph in a book that Geoff, my husband, was reading. And he said in this book, it talks about how a cat only has one mission in life. And that is to be a better cat. To be the best cat it can possibly be. And it spends its entire life honing its skills to be a really, really amazing cat, doing cat things and being ace cat. And I think actually that's our job too, to become really, really good humans, to become really, really good at being human in all the best ways. And that then takes us to a higher level. And that's what tarot wants us to do. And every time we consult tarot, and every time we take guidance, every time we can't find our way, and so we ask for some information, the information that comes back is trying to help us do exactly that, to be a better human in our own life and also for those around us, because the happier we get, the happier we make the world. And the happier the world is, the better everything is for everyone. We have a duty to find happiness and joy. I truly believe that's true. Nobody has a duty to be miserable. And we all must take responsibility for our own lives in a really good and positive way. And for us to evolve as humans, first and foremost, the spiritual thing will take care of itself. We don't have to strive for it. We do have to strive to be the best people we can be, and that's our job. And I know that might be a contentious view for people who are keen to be on a spiritual path and say, well, I don't want to be here. I want to be somewhere else. I'm a starseed and I belong on a different planet. Well, that's all very well, but we're here, guys. We're here doing this thing. We are on Earth. We're not going anywhere until we have to leave and properly become spirit. So our job here is to make this as good as we can be. And that's the point of spirituality, to bring, if you want to use religious parlance, to bring heaven and earth together, to bring the spirit world and the earth world closer together. But we do that by concentrating on where we are, by doing our job here on earth. And that is spirituality in practice. That's what I think tarot is all about. That's my take on it. I'd be interested to know yours. When we look around and we see, how amazing the sky is, and even now when, it's still looking, the buds are just starting to come through, but it's still a little bit wintry. It's still so beautiful. Life is beautiful if we allow it to be in all of its energies, even when we're at our lowest. There's beauty in it. And I think that's what tarot wants us to see, that we can transmute, the energy from dark to light. We can change things, and we do that within ourselves first. So anyway, I hope that's interesting. I'd like to know your view. I will carry on with my walk. Here, check this out. Look at that. Isn't that an amazing sky? That is gorgeous. I'm going to see you soon. I look forward to hearing from you. Join me on Tuesdays live on YouTube, and I will do one card readings for you, and we will talk about any aspect of tarot that you wish. If you have any questions, you can ask. In the meantime, please do like and subscribe, and we can have loads more interesting conversations. So I'll say bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Hello, thank you for watching our video. If you're interested in the world of tarot and would like to explore further, and would like to know how to bring tarot to life so that it makes sense in the real world, I'd like to invite you to explore the Tarot Tribe. The Tarot Tribe is my personal membership, and inside you'll find a community of tarot students just like you, lots of bite-sized mini courses, a new one every month, and new spreads, demo videos, a clinic with me every month, and also discounts on readings with me once a quarter. So if you'd like to explore that, I would love to see you on the inside. Here's the link. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye for now.